Manton Rangers football is live on 1071thedrive.com. This live stream sponsored by Lutke Forest Products, Cadillac Java and Java 2, Forefront Credit Union, the Wexford Misaki Career Technical Center, Bostic's Drugstore, Don's Auto Clinic and High Point Cadillac GMC, and the Manton Booster Club. Now let's head to the stadium and join the voice of the Manton Rangers, Rick Swanson.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Manton Ranger Football on 1071thedrive.com. I'm Rick Swanson. I'll be describing the action for you tonight. It is week number 7 already of the 2019 high school football season, and the Rangers are back home following 2 road games tonight, hosting the McBain Ramblers. This year we've been streaming all the Varsity Ranger games for you, home and away, on the internet. So spread the word. If people are wondering where we are, you found us. Just tell them where to go. Go to the 1071 The Drive website, click on Manton Ranger Football, and it will lead them to the ball game. For the next 2 Friday nights, which will then end the regular season, you can catch Manton Ranger football action right here. All games have a 7 o'clock kickoff, with our pregame beginning at about 6:45. As mentioned, the Rangers are home tonight, still looking for that elusive first win of the season. But to get that win tonight, they'll have to knock off a solid McBain team. McBain came into this season as a playoff team last year, advancing to the second round, finishing 8-3 overall. This season they are currently 3-3, 3-2 in the Highland Conference, tied for 3rd place. Their 3 wins have been over Roscommon, Everett, and Pine River, while their 3 losses were to Kingsley, Houghton Lake, and Lake City. Last year, McBain defeated Manton by the score of 50-12 in McBain. Historically speaking, tonight is the 47th meeting all-time between Manton and McBain on the gridiron, having first played back in 1972. Manton won that very first contest 14-8, but overall McBain holds a 29-17 edge in the all-time series. Manton has finished 4-5 overall each of the last 2 seasons. This year they've been facing a very challenging schedule with just 4 home games and 5 on the road. And in the fact that 6 of their 9 opponents were playoff teams last season. So week in and week out, the Rangers have had a very tough schedule. It's been a rough year so far. The Rangers have dropped all 6 games, a loss to Joburg, a home loss to Lake City, a real heartbreaker to Everett 7-6, a home loss to Pine River, a loss in Roscommon, and last week a loss down in Beale City 36-0. Manton last defeated McBain in 2016, 3 years ago, by the score of 26-6. But still, the plague for the Rangers consists of 2 things: turnovers and penalties. We do see possible success, but they just continue to hurt themselves. You're listening to Manton Ranger Football, streaming live on 1071thedrive.com. Now I'd like to thank our sponsors who have stepped up to make this possible. They are Lutke Forest Products of Manton, Cadillac Java and Java 2, Bostic's Drugstore in downtown Manton, Don's Auto Clinic, High Point Cadillac GMC, Manton Booster Club, the Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center, the 308 Pub and Grill in Manton, and Forefront Union. Please thank them for their support if you get the chance, and maybe give them some business as well. And if you would like to join our list of sponsors, call 231-876-1079 for information. That's 231-876-1079. Without sponsors, no Manton Ranger football for our fans to enjoy. So again, we are in Manton tonight for the 7th week of Michigan high school football, which starts the final third of the regular season. This is the 6th of 7 conference games in a row for both these teams in the newly expanded Highland Conference, following the additions of Roscommon and Houghton Lake to the league. Well, let's take a look at the McBain Ramblers first, a team that finished 8-3 last year. currently 3-3 overall this season. The Ramblers head coach is Pat Maloney. He is in his 5th year. Lost 8 seniors to graduation last year, but has a strong senior class with good leadership and depth. They returned many players at the skill positions and on the line. Coach Maloney installed a spread offense last year led by quarterback Gavin Seeland. However, this year Seeland has moved to a wide receiver position, and former Manton student George Brown has been the quarterback. George Brown leads the personnel for McBain. He is a dual threat, passing and running the football. He has 4 touchdowns passing and 4 touchdowns by way of the rush. Wide receiver Gavin Seeland has rushing and receiving touchdowns. Very quick, a threat every time he touches the ball. He is number 3 in your program. Running back Daniel Rodenbaugh has several rushing and receiving TDs as well. And wide receiver Ethan Barton, who stands at 6'5", he can be the go-to receiver any night. He had 12 catches for 160 yards against Lake City. These 4 have scored the majority of McBain's points this season, and the Ranger defense will certainly have to pay attention to them. The top lineman for the Ramblers is Owen Bonico, strong presence both on the offensive and defensive line. This is a very big ballgame for McBain as they close their season against 2 undefeated teams, Beale City and Clare. And they've got a very tough road ahead if they're going to make the playoffs. In their 6 games so far, they have averaged 18 points per game while giving up 18 points per game. Now look at the Manton Rangers. Manton last qualified for the playoffs in 2014. Last season started very promising as they won 4 of their first 5, but then finished the season losing 4 consecutive games on the road to finish 4-5 for the 2nd straight year. This year has begun with 6 losses. They really need a win to gain some confidence and just to be rewarded for the hard work they put in day after day in practice. And like I said, they have had their opportunities. 3 of their 6 losses have been within 1 score. Head coach for the Rangers is Eric Solani in his 2nd year. Last week they were more or less dominated down in Beale City on both sides of the ball. They only generated 100 total yards of offense, and they just could not stop Beale as the Aggies scored a touchdown on every first half possession. And that was the ballgame, 36-0 at halftime, and it finished at 36-0. The problems we have been documenting all season, turnovers, they have had at least 2 turnovers in every single ballgame. Penalties, far too many in number, and often coming at key moments, either stopping their offensive drives or allowing the opponent to keep a drive alive. Just for an example of that, against Pine River and Roscommon both, twice the Rangers had those teams stopped on 4th down, but a penalty gave the ball right back and allowed them to keep drives alive. And the third thing is difficulty in stopping the run, and McBain will come at them tonight with their big back, Daniel Rodenbaugh. So the Ranger defense is going to have to be up to the task. Standouts for the Rangers, senior quarterback Lane Helsel, over 1,300 yards passing, 9 touchdowns, and he also has 1 rushing touchdown. Senior running back Jacob Hahn has 6 touchdowns overall, 3 running and 3 on the receiving end. And wide receivers Cole Rigneris and Caleb Moore, they each have 2 receiving touchdowns on the year. In the 6 games so far, the Rangers have scored 16 points a game while allowing an average of 32 points per game. Right now, getting ready to get things going. The Manton band is making their way out onto the field, and a little rain coming down at the moment, and a pretty stiff wind coming from the west, which is certainly going to have an impact on the passing game of the Rangers, and it'll have an impact on the punting game of both these teams. Manton hosting McBain tonight, and the crowd is going to be a little bit slim. In fact, we might have a few more listeners tonight when they saw what the weather forecast was for this evening. But it should be another hard-hitting, intense Highland Conference football game for you. And McBain is trying to keep open a shot at the playoffs, really needing to win out to guarantee themselves a spot, while Manton is simply looking for that first win. You are listening to Manton Ranger Football on 1071thedrive.com. Don't go away. We'll be right back with National Anthem and the opening kickoff in 2 minutes.
Are you in the mood for amazing food at a reasonable price? Well, look no further than 308 Pub and Grill in Manton. It all kicks off on Tuesday with wings for just 50 cents traditional and 65-cent boneless. Wednesday is burger baskets for $4.99, and Thursday is dollar taco night. Friday is steak night and starts at $9.99. The local 308 has comedy night the last Saturday of every month with no cover, so enjoy the laughs on us. Sunday, get 2 of our signature wood-fired pizzas for just $18, dine in only. The local 308 is a proud supporter of the Manton Rangers and major supporter of Local First.
Don's Auto Clinic, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and High Point GMC Cadillac continue to grow together to serve you better. Our staffs are a group of hardworking individuals who, just like you, get the job done every day by showing the dedication and determination to teamwork. You will not find a more dedicated team making the car or truck buying experience more seamless and easy. Locally owned dealerships, proud to support all local high school sports. We're behind you all the way.
Lutke is the right combination of experience, service, knowledge, and old-fashioned honesty. By providing a full range of forestry equipment services through 3 strong divisions: Lutke Equipment, Lutke Hydraulics, and Lutke Forest Products. Lutke can offer their customers the very best service, price, and always top quality products from a company that knows the challenges that loggers face every day. They offer the top brands with a full line of steel products, Traeger grills, and a full service hydraulic and machine shop for all of your everyday needs. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Call 231-824-9505.
Welcome back, everyone. Rick Swanson bringing you Manton Ranger football in Week 7 of the 2019 high school season tonight from the Manton Athletic Complex. Another Highland Conference matchup. The Manton Rangers 4-5 last season, currently 0-6, while McBain was 8-3 1 year ago and currently 3-3 overall. McBain defeated Manton last year 50-12. Now, stay with us tonight at halftime. We'll have a recap of the scoring, first half statistics, sponsored by Forefront Credit Union, Northern Michigan's leading used vehicle lender. We will also have an update on the conference standings and a look at the JV results from last night. However, our halftime highlight will be an interview with Manton High School volleyball coach Nikki Helsel. We'll get an update on her team and some interesting information on Coach Helsel herself. So stay with us. All that coming up for you at halftime tonight. The McBain Ramblers, the visiting team tonight, they are in their road uniforms. They have the white jerseys, green numbers, green pants, and the gold helmets, their school colors being green and gold. For the hometown Rangers, they are in their full black uniforms, black jerseys with white numbers, black pants, black helmets, all trimmed in orange. Of course, the Rangers' school colors, orange and black. Other Highland Conference games going tonight besides this one, McBain at Manton, Lake City at Everett this evening, which will have a huge bearing on playoff possibilities. Hope Lake at Pine River, another big one for playoff possibilities for both those teams. And finally, Roscommon at Beale City to round out conference games tonight. Next week we'll wrap up conference play, and we'll talk about that a little bit at halftime tonight. We are ready to get this one underway here from Manton, Week 7 of the high school football regular season in the state of Michigan. McBain won the toss. They deferred. They will kick off to start the ball game, and they are going from left to right as we look down on the field. The Rangers will be receiving, and they will be going from right to left. Back for the Rangers are Isaac Graydon and Caleb Moore. It's nice to see Isaac out there. He went up last week down in Beale City looking like he hurt his ankle or re-injured one from earlier in the season, but good to see him out there. So we're ready to go. They're back at about the 10, awaiting the kick. Just getting underway from Manton. And here we go. Kick is in the air. Goes to Caleb Moore at about the 18. At the 20. Coming cross field toward us. He's at the 25. Just couldn't quite get to
Field
open field. About 7 yards on the return, and the Rangers will have it on their first offensive possession of the night. As I said, going from
for the Rangers
right
on
to
the
left.
25-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from their own 25. And basically what we have seen all season, the Rangers come out in their spread formation. In the shotgun is quarterback Lane Helsel. Raiden goes in motion from left to right. He gets the ball in jet sweep, and he's able to pick up about 3 yards out to the 28. Good defensive pursuit by the Ramblers. Limited that to just 3. If he'd have got the corner, he'd have gotten a few more. That's
Number
for
3,
sure.
Gavin Silent.
So 2nd down and 7 for the Rangers.
Gain of 4 on the play brings up 2nd
It will
and
be
6
a
for
little
the
slick
Rangers.
out there tonight too. Soft field, and just the rain that we've had all day is going to make it a little slick. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a few people slipping tonight here and there. So again, from the shotgun, Helsel has it, looking to his right, passes out there. He's got a completion to Regnerus, and he's knocked out of bounds at about
Number 4,
the
Lane Helsel.
yard marker.
Pass complete. To
In
number
fact,
5,
right at the
Cole
yard
Ramirez.
marker. So I would guess it is a
Push
first
out of
down,
bounds by
but
number
we'll get the call.
16, Joshua Hart.
And yes, it is a gain of 7 on the pass play, and the Rangers have a first down.
First down, Rangers on
Able
the
to
35-yard line.
Start their first drive in the right way, that's for sure. One setback behind Helsel here on first down. That is Jacob Hahn. Otherwise, spread formation. Here's the snap. Dropping straight back, looking to his right, and pass is caught. Knocked out of bounds at the
Number 4,
40-yard
Lane
line.
Helsel's pass
A
complete to
gain
Jacob Rupert.
of 5 on the pass play for the Rangers. Nice pickup on first down, 2nd down and 5. That
Gain of 5
pass
on the play
completed
brings up 2nd
to
and 5 for the Rangers.
Jacob Rupert for the Rangers.
What formation are you running here? So what?
Lane Helsel over on the sideline getting the call from Coach Solani. Now goes back to the huddle.
He's away from the tight end.
They break out of it in spread
So
formation.
what's 12 of the line?
Again, one setback behind Helsel. Helsel with the snap, hands off, straight up the middle. Hahn's got a little room. He picked up about 4 before he was met and driven back.
And up to number 20, Jacob
But
Hahn.
initially, there was a nice hole there, and Jacob made the most of it, made a little sidestep, but the defense was there with the stop. So
Brings up
3rd
third
and
short for the
1
Rangers.
for the Rangers. Nice pick this one up. Get their second first down of the drive and keep this one going. Rangers with the ball at the 44-yard line, their own 44-yard line. Spread formation again, Helsel in the shotgun. Moore goes in motion from left to right, handoff right up the middle, and that's going to be good for the first down. Jacob Rupert with the ball, and he'll have a gain of about 3. He got the first down with a couple to spare.
Brought down by number 74.
And the Rangers have their second first down of the drive.
First down,
One of the
Rangers.
things that has eluded the Rangers this year a little bit is the sustained drives. They haven't been able to put together one that eats up the clock and works their way down the field. They've had a lot of big scoring plays, 70 yards, 80 yards, but nice to see this drive starting off in a good way. More in motion left to right. Handoff misdirection, coming off the left tackle is Hahn, and he's through into the secondary, into McBain territory at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on first down, and
Number
that's
20,
going to
Jacob Hahn on the
be
carry.
another
Good
first down for the Rangers.
Brought down by number 34, Daniel Rosenball.
I got you.
Gain of 19 on the run, and the Rangers are in business. First down at the McBain 34-yard line.
So now they're in the 3 front.
Had a little movement that time before the snap, and that will cost the Rangers 5 yards.
All start on the Rangers.
That last play, as I said, Moore went in motion on a jet sweep from left to right,
Bring up first and
and the
15
handoff
on
was
the 39-yard
to
line.
Jacob Hahn, who went to the left, right in the spot where Caleb Moore had left. We're at 9:25 to go here in the first quarter in Manton tonight. And this is the first possession of the ball game. 7th play of the drive coming up for the Rangers as they took the opening kickoff. Now 1st and 15 following the penalty. Here's a snap to Helsel, looking to his right. Receiver out there through his hands, incomplete.
Number 4, Lane Hustle, incomplete. Pass intended for number 5, Cole right
It
there.
would not have gone very far. It was well defended by
Ball placed
McBain.
on the 39-yard line.
But they would have gotten at least the 5 back from the penalty. But pass just goes incomplete through the hands of Cole Regnerus. It will be 2nd and 15 for the Rangers. Again, ball at the 39-yard line. I think I mistakenly said 34 here a couple moments ago, but they're at the 39-yard line. This drive started on the Rangers' own 25. Spread formation. Rupert the lone setback. Here's a snap to Helsel. Gives to Rupert right up the middle side. Steps one defender.
That's on Parker.
And he's able to
Number
get
6, Jacob
2
Rupert
yards
here.
on the run.
Brought down by
Just a
number
straight
17,
handoff right up the middle,
Trevor Cole.
and Rupert made a quick jab step to the right, which added a couple more yards to the run. 3rd down and 11 for the Rangers.
So Tommy, Parker blocked the right person.
They could be
Brings
in
up third and
third down
Rangers
territory. The
ball
ball
on the
at the
36-yard line.
36-yard line of McBain. We'll see what they can see if they can get part of this 11 at least on this 3rd down play. Elsa's shotgun. Turns around with some instructions to Rupert. Here's the snap. Looking to his right. And pass again through the hands of his intended receiver,
Number 4,
Cole
Lane Housel's
Regnerus.
pass goes incomplete.
Incomplete.
For number 5, Cole Regnerus.
And that will bring
Brings
up
up
4th and 11. So we'll see if it's 4 down territory. We'll see what Coach Solani wants to do. Will he take a shot at it or go for field position and punt this away? Also gets the instruction from Coach Solani back out on the field, and here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and 11. Are the Rangers?
Have him try something.
Helsel in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Dropping straight back, throwing deep down the right sideline, and overthrown out of
Number 4,
bounds.
Lane Housel's
And that
pass
is going to
intended
turn the
for
ball over to McBain.
number 8, Parker
On
Sill.
downs, McBain will take over for their first offensive possession of the night with 8:10 left to go in the first quarter. So the Rangers took
The Rangers
4
ball,
minutes off the
1st
clock
and 10 on the
on the
36-yard
opening
line.
drive and went 9 plays before they had to give up the ball to McBain.
Coming
So
out.
ball at the 35
Split end on the other side.
of the Ramblers. First down. They have things packed in pretty tight. Just one receiver split wide left. Here's a handoff straight up the middle, and that's Daniel Rodenbaugh.
was there.
We talked about him in the
Number 2,
pregame. He's going to be a
Dotties, hand off to number
big name in
34,
the
Daniel
Rambler offense
Rodenball.
tonight. And going straight up
Plays
the middle,
good
he was
for 8
able to pick
yards.
up
Bring up
7
2nd and
on the first down play.
2 for the Ramblers.
So 2nd and a long 2 for McBain. Again, just one wide out. And off this time. And a short gain off right tackle, but the Ranger defense was in there and really
Number
didn't let the ball
24, George Brown on the
carrier
carry.
get started at all.
Brought down by number 6, Jacob Rupert.
But a gain of 1 on the play, and McBain
It'll be
has
3rd and 1
a
for the
3rd
Ramblers.
and 2.
Yeah.
Big defensive opportunity here for the Rangers early in this ball game. Again, one receiver to the left, otherwise very tight. Handoff right up the middle, and there's some running room there. Out to midfield, and just into
Number 34,
Ranger
Daniel
territory.
Rodenball.
At the end of the play,
Brought
a
down by
flag
number
came
5, Cole
in.
Regnerus. Number 65, Noah Mile.
We'll get the call. It is
We
a
have a
holding
penalty
call
on the play, which
against the
resulted in holding
Ramblers.
on the Ramblers.
There was a gain of 7 on the play, but that is going to be nullified by this holding penalty against the Ramblers. So walking off from the spot Puts the ball back at the 39-yard line of McBain.
Brings up third and
And
6
they
for the
have a
Ramblers.
3rd and 6 from that spot.
So there's no tight end.
We'll see what they can dial up on a 3rd and 7. Third play of the drive. Have gone with 2 running plays so far.
Are you
3
listening?
setbacks, a full house in the backfield. Here's a handoff off the left side. Rangers are there, and they get the stop after a gain of
And off to number 3,
2.
Silent. Brought down
It is going to bring up
5.
4th down. Gavin Seelan, the ball carrier, will be 4th and about
Brought
3
down by number 77,
for
Walker
the
Harris.
Ramblers on their first drive of the night.
Brings up 4th and 4 for the Ramblers.
Now they drop a punter back, and the kick is away, and the Rangers
Hey, McCurran has to. Hey, Tom
holding
Brady says
McBain
he has
to
come
just
flat down the line.
3 offensive plays before they punt it away.
McCurran has to come flat down the line.
And the Rangers will have their second offensive series
Ball
of
fields
the
in the end
night.
zone. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line for the Manton Rangers.
Oh, that was Siddle.
Get right.
I was looking at Siddle, Tommy, not McCurran.
With the ball going in the end zone, a touchback for all practical purposes, and Manton has the ball at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Jacob Hahn, the 1 setback. And we have a penalty flag in the backfield. We're going to have a
We have a
procedure
false
penalty.
start on the Rangers.
Somebody jumped a little quick for the
Brings
Rangers.
up 1st and 15. Ball
And it'll
placed
cost
on
them
the
5
15-yard
yards
line.
back to the 15. We're approaching the 6-minute mark, almost halfway through the opening quarter here in Manton tonight. No score. Each team has had the ball once, and Manton just starting their second possession of the night. Next to the last week of Highland Conference action, the final week in conference play is next week. We'll talk about that at halftime. And then most teams finish up the last week with a non-conference game. Here's the snap. Helsel. Handoff to Hahn off right tackle. Turns it up and is able to get back to about the 21. We'll give him a gain of 6 on the play. He was able to get back to 5 from the penalty, plus another yard. So 2nd and 9 for the Rangers.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for
On
the
their
Rangers.
first possession, the Rangers were able to get 2-3 first downs, move the ball down the field, and it'd be certainly nice to see something like that again. Spread formation, 2nd down 9. Jacob Hahn, lone setback behind Helsel. Takes a snap, cuts it up himself on the option, and he's got a little room there. Helsel came to his left toward the press box, toward us, and he had Hahn on the option, kept it himself, turned it upfield, and turned it into a nice gain. We'll give him a gain of 7 on the play, and they have a 3rd down and very manageable 2 yards. Helsel again getting the call from Coach Solani on the sideline, and he's back into the huddle. 4:55 left to go, opening quarter from the Manton Athletic Complex tonight. Not as windy as we thought it might be. In fact, the flag isn't blowing very much at all right now.
It's going to be a better kickoff block by
Helsel took snap and quick handoff to Jacob Hahn going off left tackle,
By number 17.
and he's able to pick up a couple on the play. It is going to be 4th and 1
Brings up 4th and 2 for the Rangers.
for the Rangers, and they have Hahn in punt formation, going to play it safe. Ball is at the 28-yard line of the Rangers.
You have 12. You have too many guys.
For what little wind there is, Hahn will be punting into that wind. And we get a timeout on the Manton sideline. And as I'm counting black jerseys, there was an extra one out there. So instead of taking a penalty, Coach Solani took a quick timeout. They had 12 men on the field and saved the 5 yards.
There's one thing I'll give away.
I know some people would be looking at this play and saying the Rangers, well, they're 0-6. They only need 1 yard, but playing the field position game, and Ranger defense did look pretty good against that Rambler offense on the McBain Rambler first series. So the Rangers look like they will punt it away. Everybody coming out of the huddle now. Rangers taking a timeout. First timeout taken by either team here tonight. Jacob Hahn back in punt formation. He is standing at about the 16-yard line. And McBain ready to receive the punt. They have a return man back at their own 40. That is Caden McGillis back to receive the punt. Snap is good. And Hahn took it on a run off the right side. Fake punt, and he's still on his feet. Out to midfield and just took it out of bounds at the 50. Big play by the Ranger offense. 21 yards on the run from Jacob Hahn on a fake punt. And the Rangers are in business with the ball at their own 49-yard line. They keep the drive alive, 1st and 10. Boy, there was open running room, that's for sure. And Jacob saw that and took off, and he had a lot of running room, picked up 21. Here's Helsel with the option this time. Goes to Hahn, going from right to left, but stopped in the backfield. That one didn't fool anybody, and Jacob just didn't have any room to run. So a loss on the play of about 7. And the Rangers will have a second down and 17. Rain coming down here in Manton tonight. As I mentioned a few moments ago, make things on the field a little bit slippery at times, but we haven't really noticeably seen anyone have their feet slide out from under them yet. Helsel with the snap, rolling to his right, and he had Caleb Moore at about the original line of scrimmage, but Caleb had it go through his hands, incomplete.
Incomplete pass. Results of 13-17 for the Rangers.
And again, we've seen 3 of those tonight already from the Rangers where the ball's gone through the hands. Maybe the ball is a little slippery. And that may be some evidence of the weather that we have here tonight. It looks like football games all over northern Michigan will be battling not only opponents tonight, but the weather. 3:16 left to go, opening quarter. No score from Manton. The Rangers hosting the McBain Ramblers tonight. Here's the snap. Helsel back, looking to his right. And again, incomplete.
Number 4, Lane Helsel.
This one intended for Jacob Rupert. And Rupert had the ball hit his hands, but just could not bring it in. Helsel has completed 2 passes so far tonight, but most of the incompletions have just gone through receivers' hands. Now 4th and long. Jacob Hahn is back in punt formation. 7 plays on that drive for the Rangers. Here's the snap.
What is he doing?
And gets a kick away after being pursued. And the ball
Number 20,
didn't quite make it back to midfield.
Gain of a short.
Jacob just didn't have anything he could do. It almost looked like he was going to run it, but the McBain defense got in there very quickly, and all he could do was try and make something out of it, and actually kicked it as he was coming toward us in the press box, and I'm surprised it actually went forward. So the Rangers punted away, and McBain has good field position with the ball at the Ranger 49-yard line. Spread formation this time for the Ramblers. Here's the snap. George Brown keeping it himself around the left end. Being pursued, but he's got some running room. And if he didn't step out of bounds, he's going on in. And it looks like it is a touchdown. 49 yards on the run from quarterback George Brown. Just took the snap and went around left end himself and was able to stay in bounds going down the left sideline, going from left to right. And the first points are on the board. McBain now with the extra point try.
No, yes, Eli, 44's got it on.
And from what we see right now, it does not look like a kick. They have a spread formation, 3 receivers wide to the right as they try the 2-point conversion. Here's the snap. Quarterback rolling to the right, being pursued, and ground just heaved it, but no, his knee was on the ground, and good pursuit from the Ranger defense. Stops the 2-point conversion. Leaving our score at the McBain Ramblers 6 and Manton Rangers nothing. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout back in 60 seconds.
With straightforward rewards checking from 4Front Credit Union, you get 4% rewards for doing stuff you do every day. Like logging onto your account and receiving e-statements. And you can open your account right online. It's that straightforward. Unlike someone's tee-shot. Straightforward rewards from 4Front Credit Union. Are you getting 4%? 4.08% annual percentage yield. Rate subject to change. Interest paid on balance up to $15,000. Some requirements apply. Insured by NCUA.
Bostic's Drugstore in Manton is your locally owned pharmacy. You can count on Mike and his professional staff to take care of all your prescription needs with a personal hometown touch. You'll get a comprehensive medication review every time you pick up a prescription. Bostic's Drugstore accepts most insurances and administers flu and shingles shots with a prescription. They're also your home for Manton Rangers and locally made Michigan apparel, plus cards, gifts, and toys. Stop into your friendly hometown pharmacy, Bostic's Drugstore, on Main Street in Manton, or call 231-824-6465.
Welcome back to Manton High School, everyone. The Manton Rangers hosting the McBain Ramblers tonight, and here's the kickoff from Bontico, taken by the Rangers at the 23, and running sideways towards the press box, now cutting it up the sideline is Jacob Hahn. A little bit of running room out over the 40-yard line before he's driven back by the Rambler kick defense. But a nice return by Jacob Hahn, and the Rangers will have decent field position starting their next drive with the ball being placed on their own 43-yard line. Third possession of the ball game for the Rangers. Spread formation. Elson the shotgun, more in motion from left to right. Handoff straight up the middle. Jacob Rupert. Nice spin move, and he's able to pick up about 10, very close to the first down. Rupert running with some authority that time. We'll see where they mark it. They're marking just a yard short. 9 yards on the pickup, second down and 1. Nice looking offensive play from Manton. Jacob Rupert on the 9-yard pickup. Elsel in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Handoff straight up the middle. Jacob Hahn. He's down inside the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play will give the Rangers a first down. The ball is at the 44-yard line of McBain. Rangers have been able to move the ball so far tonight, getting nice possessions as far as number of plays and able to pick up first downs. Breaking out again, 1st and 10, spread formation, Helsel shotgun, Hahn behind him. Takes a snap, straight up the middle. Hahn now cuts it to his left and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Jacob Hahn on the carry, brought down by number 17.
Jacob looked like he was going wide, and then he cut it up, but
2nd and 10 for the Rangers.
the McBain defense was right there for the stop. So 2nd down and 10 for the Rangers, just in McBain territory. 1:18 left to go here in the opening quarter. From the Manton Athletic Complex tonight, Manton Rangers hosting the McBain Ramblers. McBain on top 6-0 in this one. Helsel in the shotgun, Moore in motion. Handoff to Caleb Moore on jet sweep from left to right, and he's going to be caught for a loss on the play. He could not get to the edge and cut it up, but there is a penalty marker on the far side as Caleb Moore took that one from left to right. And we'll check out the flag and see which way this was going to go. That was a 2nd and 10 play. Flag was thrown on the far sideline, and it is a hold against the Rangers, but McBain is going to decline. So the play will stand. It will be a loss of 3 on the play.
Brings up 3rd and 13
for
the
the Rangers, giving them a 3rd and 13. Clock running now, last 40 seconds of the first quarter. Elsel takes a snap, drops straight back, being chased, sets up screen pass, and did not fool anyone on that one. We did have the pass completed for a loss of about 5 on the play, but penalty flags came in at the end of it. And it is a personal foul call against the Rangers. And that is going from, again, the spot. That is going to back up the Rangers deep in their own territory. And finally the officials spot the ball at the 32-yard line for Manton. And it is 4th down.
3rd long for the Rangers.
So Jacob Hahn is back in punt formation.
3rd or 4th, Coach? 3rd or 4th?
This is 4th. That was 3rd.
Standing back to receive the punt. McBain at the 35-yard line. Jacob Hahn is going to get this one away at about the 20. Ball at the 32. Here's the snap. It's good. Kick is away. Low kick. Hits and takes a Manton bounce. No return by McBain. And it is down at the 36-yard line where McBain will take over 1st and 10. For their 3rd possession of the night.
On the 33-yard line.
Rangers have been able to hold McBain in check here except for one play. The touchdown run by George Brown that went 49 yards. Otherwise, Rangers have done a very nice job defensively against McBain tonight. Spread formation in motion from left to right. Brown rolling out to his right, cuts it up, had the option opportunity, and he's by the tacklers. George Brown into the open, in pursuit, 20, the 15, and he's going to be brought down inside the 10-yard line. A huge pickup from quarterback George Brown. There is a penalty flag at the Ranger 35.
Flag on the play.
I think might be done.
We'll see what the call is. Big play from George Brown once again. He rolled out to his right, had the option possibility, kept it himself, finally brought down inside the 10.
No penalty on the play.
But the flag is picked up, and no flag. So we'll see where the ball is spotted. It's at the 9. It's going to be 1st and goal, McBain. A gain of 55 yards on the run for quarterback George Brown. And I don't think we're going to get another play underway. The officials wind the clock. And that is going to run out the first quarter here from Manton. Our first quarter score, the McBain Ramblers 6, Manton Rangers nothing. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout. Go back to Allie in the studio. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Manton Athletic Boosters Club is a proud supporter of the Rangers Athletics and would like to wish the best of luck to all our fall Manton Rangers sports teams. And go Rangers!
Cadillac Java and Java 2 is the place to be for all things delicious. Java is a specialty drive-through coffee shop offering fresh espresso, premium coffees, frozen, iced, and blended drinks, ice cream, chai teas, and their most popular item, the frozen hot chocolate. And what goes great with amazing drinks? Flavorful treats like bagels, muffins, donuts, and more. Cadillac Java has 2 convenient locations to serve you at 725 North Mitchell Street and at 6319 East M115 in Cadillac West. Cadillac Java and Java 2. Big town gourmet taste with a small town personal feel.
High school students are training for the jobs of tomorrow today at the Wexford-Missaukee Career Technical Center in Cadillac. Juniors and seniors from 12 area high schools can choose from 14 career-driven programs. Free college credit is available. Visit WMISD.org and click or tap the Career Technical Education link. See all the great programs, then talk to your student's counselor. Call 876-2200. The Wexford-Missaukee Career Technical Center on 13th Street across from Baker College. Proud to serve the students of Manton High School. CTC is the place to be.
Welcome back. Rick Swanson bringing you the action tonight. Start of the second quarter. And handoff straight up the middle for McBain. Picks up 4 yards down to the 5-yard line to get the second quarter underway. It is second and goal to go for McBain from the 5. Tight formation for the Ramblers. Gotti at quarterback. His hand off to number 3, Gavin Sealand. And Sealand off left tackle is into the end zone for the Ramblers. A 5-yard touchdown run for senior Gavin Sealand. And the Ramblers get on the scoreboard for the second time tonight. Now lining up for the 2-point conversion. Handoff off left tackle. The Rangers are there, and they once again deny the 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion by number 3.
No good. And that leaves our score at 12-0 McBain. Just underway here in the second quarter. 11:21 left to go in the first half. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout back in just 30 seconds.
Are you in the mood for amazing food at a reasonable price? Well, look no further than 308 Pub and Grill in Manton. It all kicks off on Tuesday with wings for just 50 cents traditional and 65 cent boneless. Wednesday is burger baskets for $4.99, and Thursday is dollar taco night. Friday is steak night and starts at $9.99. The local 308 has comedy night the last Saturday of every month with no cover, so enjoy the laughs on us. Sunday, get 2 of our signature wood-fired pizzas for just $18, dine in only. The local 308 is a proud supporter of the Manton Rangers and major supporter of Local First.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Manton Athletic Complex. Rick Swanson bringing you the action tonight as the Manton Rangers are hosting the McBain Ramblers in Highland Conference football action. And the Ramblers have just put their second score on the board for the night.
For the Rangers, number 1, Caleb Moore.
Run, please.
A 5-yard touchdown run from Gavin Sealand. They cover 64 yards in 3 plays. Big run, a 55-yard run from George Brown from his quarterback position. Ramblers now ready to kick off. To the Rangers. Back to receive. Caleb Moore at about the 15. Here's the kick. And picked up by Regneris and handed to Moore. Moore going left. And he's brought down at about the 30-yard line.
Number 1, Caleb Moore.
Manton will put it in play.
Justin
First and 10 at their own 30. Rangers have been able to move the ball tonight. We'll see if they can do so
First and
once
10
again.
for the Rangers on the 30-yard line.
And hopefully put some points on the scoreboard. Come out in a spread formation, 1 step back behind Helsel. Helsel in the shotgun. Now in the second quarter, Rangers going from left to right down in front of us. Hand off to Hahn, cuts it out off right tackle. And he's able to pick up about 3 out to the 33-yard line
Brought down by number 12, Ethan
for
Bart.
the interior line of the Ramblers. Bring him down. It'll be second down and 7.
Gain of 3 on the play brings up 2nd and 7 for the Rangers.
Rangers have been able to get a first down on, or 2 or 3 on every possession tonight so far. This is their 4th time with the ball early in the second quarter. Spread formation. Helsel looking to his left and well overthrown, intended out there for
Number 4, Lee Helsel,
Neris.
pass 2.
And that one was over everybody's head.
Falls incomplete, brings up 3rd and 7 for the
Nothing
Rangers.
possible there. 3rd down and 7 for the Rangers. Had three receivers to his right, did Helsel, but he chose to go to Regnerus to his left, where he has single coverage, but just could not hit him in the hands that time. A little bit high. Spread formation. Jacob Rupert lone setback. Helsel takes the snap, dropping back, looking to his left, and pass
Number 4, Lee
intended for
Helsel's
number
pass
20,
ball's
Jacob
incomplete,
Vaughn,
brings
who
up
was
4th
cutting
and 7
across
for
the
the
center of the
Rangers.
field, but ball's incomplete. And for the first time tonight, it looks like the Rangers are going to be 3 and out on the offensive side of the football. 4th and 7. Jacob Hahn back in punt formation.
So they're moving that number 20.
Number 20,
He
Jacob Hahn, sets
is
the punt for the
at
Rangers.
about the 24, where he'll take the
Back for the
snap.
Ramblers, number 22, Kate
You
McGillis.
can motion him, and if you
Rambler punt returner back about the 30.
motion him away.
Kick is away, much better with the wind. Taken at the 32. Looking for some running room straight up the middle, but Regnerus is there to bring down McGillis after a short gain. And McBain will go back on the offensive side with the ball at their own 40-yard line.
Number 22 brings it up to the 39-yard line, brought down by number 5, Cole
Can't
Regnerus.
tell it, or Tommy. 24.
Ramblers have been shuffling the quarterbacks a little bit, which they have been known to do all season.
They're 2 by 2.
Deacon Dottie has been in there for a couple of snaps, and looks like he is now being replaced once again by George Brown. Brown takes a snap, hands off to Seelan right up the middle, and he's taking a couple defenders with him. A gain of
Number 3 on the carry, Gavin
15
Seaman,
on the
brought down by
play
number
before
3,
Seaman is brought
Lucas
down.
McKernan.
As I said in the pregame, he is a threat every time he touches the ball. Very quick, very shifty, and he's got some good speed if he gets in the open
Players
field.
also on first down for the Ramblers.
Gavin Seelan was a quarterback of the Rambler team last year.
It'll be 1st and 10 on the 46-yard
This
line.
year, doing other things. Very talented athlete. Ramblers in the shotgun, spread formation. In motion, right to left. Hand off to Rodenbaugh up the middle. He's got some running room, and he could go. He's at the 10. 5. Into the end zone for a Rambler touchdown. It's number 34, Daniel Rodenbaugh from 46 yards out. Just a straight handoff up the middle, and there was nobody there, and there was room for Rodenbaugh to turn on the Jets, which he did into the end zone, and McBain will once again try for the 2-point conversion. Here's the snap. Brown rolling to his right, looking for somebody to throw to, and overthrown in the end zone. The 2-point conversion
Number
is
24 pass
no
first
good
down, incomplete.
for the McBain Ramblers.
2-point conversion, no good.
With 9:46 left to go here in the first half, the Ramblers get on the scoreboard for the 3rd time, and they lead Manton 18-0. Timeout on the field. Go back to Alley for 30 seconds. Don't go away.
Don's Auto Clinic, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and High Point GMC Cadillac continue to grow together to serve you better. Our staffs are a group of hardworking individuals who, just like you, get the job done every day by showing the dedication and determination to teamwork. You will not find a more dedicated team making the car or truck buying experience more seamless and easy. Locally owned dealerships, proud to support all local high school sports. We're behind you all the way.
Welcome back, everyone. Rich Swanson bringing you highlight conference action tonight from Manton. And the Rangers forced McBain the first time the Ramblers had the ball tonight into a 3-0. but their 3 possessions since then have all resulted in touchdowns. And they lead the Rangers 18-0 with 9:46 to go, second quarter. Ramblers ready to kick off, going from right to left. So kicking into that wind here in the second quarter for the Ramblers. Kick is away, short one, taken by Regneris, and reversing field, coming all the way from left to right. Gets a block with a penalty flag, and that's another case where Regneris ran almost the width of the field, was not able to cut it up and make anything out of it. So we got another flag coming in at the end of the play. So we'll have to sort things out on this kick return. Regneris also slow to get up, still on the ground after he returned that kick for the Rangers. So we have to sort out a couple of penalty flags. McBain so far tonight able to come up with some very big offensive individual plays. And both flags on the play are against the Rangers.
Conduct on the Rangers.
And that will cost them. One was for unsportsmanlike conduct, one was for holding, but that is going to back up the Rangers. We'll see just where finally the officials are going to spot the ball. Walking it off from the 36-yard line. Back to the 26. See if they're going to make it 15. And
no, with McKernan. McKernan is 11.
Well, we're going to mark off both of them. So the ball is all the way back to the 12-yard line of the Rangers. Still first down.
Brings up first and 10.
And it's going to be first and 10
13-yard
because
line.
those penalties occurred on the kick return. So instead of having the ball at about the 40,
We need one more. We need McKernan.
we're back at the 13-yard line, first and 10 for the Ramblers. Or Rangers, I'm sorry. With the wind on their back, time to put a drive together, eat up some clock, and move this ball right down the field. Helsel in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands off up the middle. Rupert, spin move, gets away from one tackler, and out over the 15 to about the 18-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play. So by far the worst field position that Rangers have had tonight, starting this drive on their own 13-yard line. Makes for a long field, to say the least. 18-0, McBain on top, 9:04 left to go in the first half. Rangers come out of it. Spread formation, Helsel in the shotgun. Regneris out of the ball game right now. Trying to loosen up on the sideline. This handoff to Jacob Rupert. Gets a couple out to the 20. And it will be third and 3 for the Rangers.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Also getting the call from Coach Slaney on the sideline. Goes back into the huddle. Rangers come out, big third down play, 3rd and 3. On the lone setback behind Helsel. Spread formation. Helsel takes a snap, handoff straight up the middle to Hahn, and he's able to get one. But that's going to be it, and it's going to bring up 4th and 2 for the Rangers, a routine situation. And Hahn needs to get this one up in the air and use what wind there is out there to carry this ball a little bit. So for the second possession in a row, the Rangers go 3 and out after being able to drive the ball the first 3 times they had it tonight. Hahn with the ball, took it off the ground but gets the kick away and hits, takes a Ranger roll down the right sideline and comes to rest at about the 32-yard line of McBain.
Down at the 33-yard
And
line.
that's where the Ramblers will put it in play. First and 10.
It'll be first and 10 for the Ramblers.
Again, 18-0 McBain on top, 7:25 left to go here in the first half. Coming to you tonight from the Manton Athletic Complex. Highland Conference football action as the Manton Rangers are hosting the McBain Ramblers.
I just told you give 11. Give 11.
Rangers, of course, want to stop this
2x2.
consecutive touchdown march from the Ramblers. Last 3 times they've had the football, they've taken it in for a TD. Here's a handoff straight up the middle to Rodenball. It's got some running room out across the 45, brought down at about the 47.
I'm going to guess it probably
A gain
Number
of
24,
15 on
Proud
the
of
play, and the Ramblers have it first and 10
Brought down by
on
number
their
20,
own
Jacob Hahn.
47-yard line. Rodenball finding some running room up through the center of the line.
Okay, I'll watch your
And as we've said all season, the Rangers have had some trouble with big backs and running games. Tight formation this time. Hand up straight up the middle. And broken away. Daniel Rodenbaugh, and he's going to take it into the end zone. We'll check for flags.
Carried by number 34,
But Daniel Rodenbaugh into the end zone from 53 yards away for another Rambler touchdown. 53-yard run from Rodenbaugh, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ramblers have knocked off some big runs already here in this first half. 49, 55, 46, 53, for examples. Line up again now, George Brown under center for the 2-point conversion. Here's a snap. Rolling to his right, looking to his right, and the throw in the end zone is incomplete.
24, George Brown.
So again, the 2-point conversion is no good for the Ramblers. That leaves our score 24-0 in favor of the Ramblers with 6:53 left to go, first quarter. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout back in 60 seconds.
Lutke is the right combination of experience, service, knowledge, and old-fashioned honesty. By providing a full range of forestry equipment services through 3 strong divisions: Lutke Equipment, Lutke Hydraulics, and Lutke Forest Products. Lutke can offer their customers the very best service, price, and always top quality products from a company that knows the challenges that loggers face every day. They offer the top brands with a full line of steel products, Traeger grills, and a full service hydraulic and machine shop for all of your everyday needs. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Call 231-824-9505.
Bostic's Drugstore in Manton is your locally owned pharmacy. You can count on Mike and his professional staff to take care of all your prescription needs with a personal hometown touch. You'll get a comprehensive medication review every time you pick up a prescription. Bostic's Drugstore accepts most insurances and administers flu and shingles shots with a prescription. They're also your home for Manton Rangers and locally made Michigan apparel, plus cards, gifts, and toys. Stop into your friendly hometown pharmacy, Bostic's Drugstore, on Main Street in Manton, or call 231-824-6465.
Welcome back. Here's the McBain kickoff taken at the 30-yard line by Regnerus, and doing about what he did last time, took it all the way from the Rangers' left side of the field.
Number 5, Corey.
Trying to get to that right sideline. This time,
Brought
able
down
to
by
pick
number
up
62,
a little bit on the
Lucas
return, but it's a
Scope.
long way to run with
It'll be
very
first
few
and
yards to
10
show
for the
for it.
Rangers. Ball we
But
played
he
on
was
the
able
41-yard
to cut
line.
it upfield and brought down at about the 40, just across the 40-yard line, where Manton will start this possession, first and 10. So the Ramblers have put their 4th touchdown on the board, 4th in 4 possessions. And now the Rangers on the offense. Hahn in motion from right to left. And handoff straight up the middle. Nowhere to go. Loss of
number 6.
maybe half a yard on the play. It will be second and we'll call second and 10 for the Rangers.
No gain on the play, brings up second and 10 for the Rangers.
Again, need to put some drive together, which results in a score. We'll see what the Rangers can do this time. Spread formation, Helsel in the shotgun.
You're good, you're good.
In motion, coming toward us is Moore. Handoff to Hahn, going the other way. And he's going to be caught in the backfield.
Number 20, Jacob Hahn on the
loss
carry,
on the
down
play.
number 24, George Brown.
Yeah, you're not
Of about 5 yards. And that is going to bring up 3rd and long for the
Bring
Rangers.
up 3rd and 16 for the Rangers.
And we have a Ranger down on the field. Coach Solani going out to check things over. So we'll take a quick timeout here from Manton. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
With straightforward rewards checking from 4Front Credit Union, you get 4% rewards for doing stuff you do every day. Like logging onto your account and receiving e-statements. And you can open your account right online. It's that straightforward. Unlike someone's tee shot. Straightforward rewards from 4Front Credit Union. Are you getting 4%? 4.08% annual percentage yield. Rate subject to change. Interest paid on balance up to $15,000. Some requirements apply. Insured by NCUA.
Welcome back, everyone. Rick Swanson bringing you Manton Ranger football action from the Manton Athletic Complex tonight, as the Rangers are hosting the McBain Ramblers. There was a timeout on the field as Jacob Hahn was being attended to. He is now off on the sideline, being helped off, and we're ready to get things going once again with 5:37 and clock running here in the second quarter. Rangers have it 3rd and long, 3rd and about 16. Spread formation, Helsel shotgun. Takes the snap, drops straight back, being rushed. Now runs to his left, being pursued. Got a little running room out across the original line of scrimmage to the 42-yard line.
Keeper around the left side.
The pickup of 8 on the
Gain
play
of 12 on the play.
for
Brings
Helsel,
up 4th and
but
8
short
for the
of the
Rangers.
first down by about 8 yards. It'll be 4th and 8 with the ball on the Rangers' 42-yard line. Now, punting situation, our punter has been Jacob Hahn. He is sitting on the sideline right now, being injured a couple plays ago, and Coach Solani takes a timeout to talk things over. Stay with us at halftime tonight. We have a lot of information coming your way. We will take a look at the scoring. We'll have our first half statistics, sponsored by 4Front Credit Union, Northern Michigan's leading used vehicle lender. We will have JV results from last night. And highlighting our halftime tonight, we will talk to Manton High School volleyball coach Nikki Helsel and get some information on her current season. They have had a lot of success. If you've been following volleyball in the newspaper or have seen some of the matches, they have a nice season going. And I know after winning a district championship last year, they certainly have their sights set on another one this year. But we'll talk to Coach Helsel at halftime and also get some information on her. What led her back to Manton from where she graduated in '98. So stay with us. A lot of information coming your way at halftime. Rangers ready to go following the timeout. 4th down and 8.
I'm not.
And because Hahn is out of the ball game, we've got Walker here in punt formation, and the kick is away, and it hits at about the 30, taken on the bounce by the Ramblers. Now reversing field, it's Gavin Seeland on the return. He's brought down at the 25. So McBain will start this series
Return by
on their
number
own
3, Gavin
25-yard line, 1st and 10. Gavin Seeland, the return man,
11 out there right now
on that particular punt. So again, the Rangers limited to 3 and out, and the Ramblers have scored on their last 4 possessions. We'll see if that's going to continue or if the Rangers can put a stop to that one right here. 4:40 left to go in the first half. Spread formation. Rodendahl goes in motion. Fake pitch to him. George Brown looking deep. Passes out there and taken over the outstretched arms of Caleb Moore. And Going into the end zone is number 12, Ethan Barton. He's the 6'5" receiver we talked about in the pregame. And Barton goes all the way. Caleb Moore had Barton fronted, but Barton is 6'5", certainly had the height advantage. He went up and took it from Caleb Moore, turned around, and took it all the way into the end zone. 75 yards on the touchdown. Ramblers again lining up for the extra point attempt. They have not been successful on any of these two-point conversions yet tonight. Here's a snap. George Brown looking to his left, and pass batted away. Two-point conversion again, no good. And with 4:10 left to go here in the first half, the Ramblers have stretched their lead to 30-0 over the Rangers. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout back in 30 seconds.
Cadillac Java and Java 2 is the place to be for all things delicious. Java is a specialty drive-thru coffee shop offering fresh espresso, premium coffees, frozen, iced, and blended drinks, ice cream, chai teas, and their most popular item, the frozen hot chocolate. And what goes great with amazing drinks? Flavorful treats like bagels, muffins, donuts, and more. Cadillac Java has 2 convenient locations to serve you at 725 North Mitchell Street and at 6319 East M115 in Cadillac West. Cadillac Java and Java 2. Big town gourmet taste with a small town personal feel.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Manton Athletic Complex. Rick Swanson bringing you Manton Ranger football action tonight, with the Rangers hosting the McBain Ramblers in Highland Conference action. But so far, it's been the Ramblers. In their last 5 possessions, they have gone the length of the field for a touchdown. And with 4:10 left to go in the first half, they lead it 30-0 over the Rangers. And now Grant Bonico again to kick off for the Ramblers. And here we go. They kick that just stays on the ground, picked up at the 35-yard line, and about a 4-yard return by
Jacob Rupert.
the Rangers.
Number 51,
they will start first and 10
Camphouse.
at about the 38-yard line. Jacob Rupert on that return for the Rangers.
It'll be first and 10 for the Rangers.
So first and 10 at the
38
38-yard line of Manton, and see if they can put something together. The last few drives have not resulted in very many yards, whereas their first 3 drives, Rangers moved the ball pretty well. Helsel, straight handoff to Rupert, trying to make something happen, but stopped for no gain on the play.
Number 6, Jacob Rupert on the carry, brought down
by
by
that
number
McBain Rambler line. And it will be second down for the Rangers.
They just subbed a whole bunch
They'll bring up second and 11 for the Rangers.
We should have mentioned earlier also, Isaac Radin came off with a limp a few minutes ago for the Rangers, and he is on the sideline.
Their whole D-line
Has not gotten himself back into the lineup since then. Of course, he did hurt it last week. Helsel with the ball, looking down the right sideline, throws it up for grabs. Regneris goes up, and he got a hand on it, as well as number 22, Caden McGillis, defending for McBain, as neither one could bring it in. So the ball simply falls incomplete. And that will bring up third down for the Rangers.
ball back in.
Third and about 10 for Manton. Clock stopped, 3:20 left to go. Second quarter. Spread formation, 3 receivers wide left. Helsel in the shotgun, Rupert behind him. Rupert takes the handoff, straight up the middle, spin move. Able to get back to about the line of scrimmage, original line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
By number 64, Jesse Sickema.
And the Rangers find themselves in another punting situation. The ball
Gain of a
at
couple on the
their
play brings up
own
4th and 9 for the Rangers.
38-yard line, which is where they started from. 4th down, and going into punt formation, number 77, Walker Herrick, once again. Last punt looked pretty good. And Caden McGillis, number 22, back to receive for the Ramblers. The snap went along the ground, but Herrick did a nice job picking it up, got the kick away, and traveled inside the 25-yard line to about the 23. So Walker Herrick made something out of that
down
one.
At 24
Bad
yard
snap,
line.
had to pick it up off the ground, recover it first, and got the kick away.
First and 10 for the Ramblers.
Pretty good turn of events there from what could have been a disaster. So McBain will take over on their own 23.
You had 12 out there right now. Here you go. We're good.
With 2:34 left to go in the first half.
2x2.
Stay with us again at halftime. A lot of info coming your way, including an interview with volleyball coach Nikki Helsel. And here's the run from Gavin Seeland. He's broke it open, and he's going to take it all the way. Number 3, Gavin Seeland into the end zone for the Ramblers.
Gavin Seeland. Touchdown, Ramblers.
72 yards on the run for the Ramblers. And they're on the scoreboard once again. Another big chunk of yardage all in one shot. So Seeland has his second touchdown of the night. This one from 72 yards. And the Ramblers will once again attempt the extra point. Their 5 two-point tries have all failed. We'll see what they can do on this one. Brown under center, takes a snap, hands off, and this time into the end zone is number 22, Caden McGillis.
Two-point conversion is good.
For the two-point conversion. Increasing the Ramble lead to 38-0 with 2:20 left to go in the first half. Timeout on the field. We will take a timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Manton Athletic Boosters Club is a proud supporter of the Rangers Athletics and would like to wish the best of luck to all our fall Manton Ranger sports teams. And go Rangers!
High school students are training for the jobs of tomorrow today at the Wexford-Missaukee Career Technical Center in Cadillac. Juniors and seniors from 12 area high schools can choose from 14 career-driven programs. Free college credit is available. Visit WMISD.org and click or tap the Career Technical Education link. See all the great programs, then talk to your student's counselor. Call 876-2200. The Wexford-Missaukee Career Technical Center on 13th Street across from Baker College. Proud to serve the students of Manton High School. CTC is the place to be.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Manton Athletic Complex.
Rick
Rick Swanson bringing you Manton Ranger football tonight. And it has been all McBain here in the first half. With 2:20 left to go, the McBain Ramblers lead the Manton Rangers 38-0. Here's the kick, just a pooch kick along the ground. And the Ramblers almost recovered it. But the Rangers fall on it at about the 46-yard line, their own 46-yard line.
Down to the 44-yard
The
line.
Rangers will put it in play,
Cunningham.
first down, trying to make something happen. Have not been able to move the ball on the last few possessions. Time to put some offense together. See if they can do something in the last 2:20 here of the first half. Rangers break out of the huddle, spread formation. Lane Helsel in the shotgun, Rupert the lone setback behind him. Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. And nowhere to go. It's going to be a loss of a yard on the play.
Brought down by number 68.
Jacob Rupert on the carry for the Rangers. But just nowhere to go on that one. Second down, 11 for the Rangers. Rain continuing to come down here. The Rangers are moving from left to right. They got the wind on their back, but the wind has not slowed down the Ramblers as they have gone this second quarter into that wind. Here's a snap. Also with the handoff to Rupert, trying to get around the right side. And got back to about the line of
And up to
scrimmage, and
number
that was
6,
it. But
Jacob
there is
Rupert.
a penalty marker thrown
Brought down by number
at
17,
the
Trevor Code.
45-yard line.
Flag on the play.
It was thrown right into the play itself, and we've got a holding
Holding
call
man.
against the Rangers, which Coach Maloney on the far sideline is saying we will decline it. So the play stands,
Now
no
we
gain on the play. It will be
decline.
third
Third and 10 for the
and 10
Rangers.
for the Rangers. Clock running with 1:35 left to go in the first half. Spread formation, 3 receivers to the right. Elsa with the ball, going to his left, got the option, cuts it up himself, midfield. He's breaking away, and he's into Rambler territory down to the 31-yard line.
Left side with the quarterback keeper.
Nice option keep by quarterback Helsel.
Hayden McGillis. First
And
down,
a gain
Rangers.
of 24 on the play for quarterback Lane Helsel, and that will give the Rangers a first down. Still with time to get on the scoreboard here in the first half with 1:17 left to go. Helsel on the sideline, getting a call from Coach Solani. Clock running. Gets quickly back into the huddle as the Rangers can get a few more plays in.
Well, I'm just saying.
Down under a minute now. Helsel in the shotgun. Spread formation.
Depending on how they adjust to
In motion, left to right, but handoff up the middle. Rupert got some running room, cuts it outside to the right at the 20, down to the 15, brought down at about the 12-yard line.
Around the right
A
side.
nice gain by Jacob
Brought down by
Rupert as he
number
cut that
16.
outside.
Joshua Hart.
19-yard pickup. And the Rangers
It'll be
have
first and
another
10,
first
Rangers,
down,
ball
first
on
and
the
10 at
13-yard line.
the 12-yard line of McBain.
left option left.
Manton trying to get on the scoreboard here before halftime. They send 3 receivers wide to the left. 35 seconds left to go. Helsel in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Keeps it himself right side. Goes option to Rupert. And Jacob Rupert is brought down at about the 9.
Picked out the number 6.
Did not get out of
Jacob
bounds.
Rupert.
Clock continues to run.
Brought down by
18
number
seconds.
24. George Brown.
And Coach Solani is going to get a timeout. That's their final timeout of the half.
Timeout,
But it will
Rangers.
stop the clock and give the Rangers a chance to get one in the end zone before halftime. So pick up 3 on that one. It will be 2nd and 7 for the Rangers. They could get a first down inside the 2-yard line, but the time on the clock is not going to allow too many more plays. So the first down is probably out of the question. We can take a couple of shots into the end zone in 12 seconds and have a good opportunity to get on the scoreboard. We'll see what the Rangers can put together and what Coach Solani can draw up here in the last 12.7 seconds. Again, stay with us at halftime. We've got, we'll give you a recap of the scoring. We'll have our halftime stats brought to you by Forefront Credit Union, Northern Michigan's leading used vehicle lender. But the highlight of our halftime show, we'll be talking to Manton High School volleyball coach Nikki Helsel and get her take on her team, which is in the middle of the season, probably about a month ago before the big matches ramp up. But we'll talk to her in a few minutes here at halftime. Here we go. Rangers trying to get on the board. Helsel in the shotgun. 2nd and 7. Snap comes out low on the ground. Rolling to his right. Looking in the end zone. Heaves it up there. And through the hands of defender and receiver. Out of bounds. And that will bring up 3rd down. That one used about 5 seconds. So with 7.5 left, Rangers can get yet another crack at it, maybe 2, depending on how long the play takes, of course. Also back into the huddle. Rangers break out in the spread formation, 3 receivers left. Rupert, the lone setback behind Helsel. Here's the snap. Rolling to his left, being chased. Looking in the end zone. He was in the grasp of the defender and couldn't really get anything on it. Ball falls incomplete inside the 5-yard line with 1.6 seconds to go. So the Rangers will get one more shot here on 4th and 7. Try and put some points on the scoreboard as we move into halftime. Spread formation, 2 receivers to the left and to the right. Helsel, shotgun, looking to his right, lays it out there and picked off at the goal line by McGillis, and he returns it to the 10-yard line, and that is going to do it for
by number 22, Kate McGillis.
Our first half. So the Rangers cannot put any points on the board there as they got close with the McBain Ramblers coming up with the interception at the goal line. That is the end of the first half with our halftime score, the McBain Ramblers 38 and the Manton Rangers nothing. We'll be back with our first half scoring recap. First half statistics sponsored by Ford Credit Union, Northern Michigan's leading used vehicle lender. Our interview with volleyball coach Nikki Helsel and much more from the Manton Athletic Center. Don't go away. We will return in 3 minutes.
Ranger band is led by guard captain Jade Saylor, drum major Mason Hudson, Rihanna Sparks, and Isabel Goki. Drum major, is your band ready? At this time, we'd like to congratulate the Manton Marching Band for receiving all straight ones at the Marching Festival on Wednesday.
Last year was second.
Yeah.
Is that combining regular season and tournament, or what they do?
So they don't do the tournament anymore. Last year was the first year.
So
The year
tournament
before.
last year gets finished second regular season.
And then
Oh, yeah, the one where they did the fake one ran back.
So right now, in the
That's a whole set down. So it's here.
10 and 1,
We did one, next legend.
so we play everybody.
You shut off on me.
So how far are we away from this?
Yes, 16 games. Districts is November 6th.
Where is it?
And
This year would be whatever you want.
yeah, okay.
Try to continue.
Sounds good.
We'll do just a couple quick things first, and then we'll get to that. We're not in a hurry. We're gonna have a few minutes to fill in, so you can elaborate as much as you want.
Yeah, I gotta be short. Winded.
You gotta use up some time.
Handful low.
To the right, it's
Nothing.
Right next to Michael.
okay.
Little hit rush there, Sted.
I see 9 incomplete passes. I only see 6 on here. 2 for 4. 0 for 2. 1 for 1.
I was so proud of
0 for 2.
this work days.
And down here, 0 for 1.
You don't know this song?
0 for 2. But you didn't put down there. 0 for 1. 0 for 2. So go 3 for 12. Make it 3 for 12. McBain's only thrown the ball 1 time. 20. Oh my gosh. Holy smokes.
You got moved up this week as a sophomore. And part of the reason why we
I didn't think we had that many yards. I'm on 41. 6, 7, 8, 8. That's right. What's nice about the second half, it's going to be a running clock because they're more than 35 ahead. So it's going to go quick.
He came down and
Now, you don't have to wear this. Just talking. You can hold it any way you want to. Just, yep.
We've done this before. No, I don't know anything about
Welcome back to Manton Ranger Football, everyone. This is Rick Swanson for our halftime score in Manton tonight. The McBain Ramblers 38, the Manton Rangers nothing. Give you a quick recap on the scoring, which is all McBain. They have scored a touchdown the last 6 times they have had the ball, and many of those coming on long-range plays. The first scoring play came in the first quarter with 2:51 left to go in the game. A 49-yard run from quarterback George Brown. The 2-point conversion was no good, and McBain led at 6-0. That was our score at the end of 1. But in the second quarter, the floodgates opened up for the Ramblers. The first score with 11:21 to go in the second quarter. Gavin Seelan, a 5-yard run, 2-point conversion no good. McBain 12-0. With 9:46 left to go, a 46-yard touchdown run from Daniel Rodenbaugh. 2-point conversion, no good, 18-0 McBain. With 6:53 to go, a 53-yard run again from Daniel Rodenbaugh. 2-point conversion, no good, 24-0 McBain. With 4:10 left to go in the second quarter, a 75-yard pass to Barton. 2-point conversion, no good, 30-0 McBain. And with 2:20 left to go in the first half, the Ramblers got a 72-yard run from Gavin Seelan. This time the 2-point conversion was good, and that's where we are at halftime. 38-0. The McBain Ramblers over the Manton Rangers. Our first half statistics, we have a couple big rushing numbers. Let's start for the visiting McBain Ramblers first. McBain carried the ball 12 times, and for just 12 times, it's a staggering number, 324 yards, an average of 27 yards per carry. Only threw the ball 1 time, but it was a 70-yard touchdown pass. So 1 for 1 on the passing game for the Ramblers, and 12 rushes for 324 yards. On the other hand, for the Rangers, they carried the ball 28 times for 141 yards, which is actually not that bad, 5 yards a carry. But in comparison to what the Ramblers did, just kind of pales in comparison. The passing game for the Rangers, 3 for 12 for just 7 yards. Many passes going right through the hands of the Ranger receivers tonight. So for both teams, and that is just the first half. One thing that will be a little bit different in the second half, we do have the 35-point differential, so to start the second half, we will have a running clock in this one. So all McBain in the first half, and we'll see what the Rangers can do once we get around to our second half tonight. I want to pass along the JV result from last night. The Manton JVs traveled to McBain, and McBain defeated the Junior Rangers 41-7. 41-7 in the JV contest last night, won by McBain, and that makes the Manton Ranger JV record now for the year 4-3. So now I want to welcome in our halftime guest, Manton High School's varsity volleyball coach, Nikki Helsel. Nikki, thank you for stopping in tonight and coming out on such a cold night to join us.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. So first off, I want to go back a little. You graduated from Manton in 1998, and I would like you to trace your journey. I'm sure there are a lot of people that just don't know how you got yourself back to Manton. So take us from graduation from Manton. Where did you go? I think you had another job or two before you came here. Just fill us in.
All right. Yeah, so I graduated in 98, which on the clock it does look like a long time ago, but it doesn't feel like that long ago. After I graduated, I went to Michigan State, and I completed my undergrad there in high school science education. My first teaching job landed me on Mackinac Island. I spent a year there, and I got into coaching volleyball on Mackinac Island, and that was a really interesting experience. And after a year there, I found myself looking for a job near Muskegon, Mona Shores High School, which was on the opposite end of the spectrum. Very large Class A school compared to tiny little Mackinac Island. And I taught science there for, I want to say, 6 years. And then just fate kind of opened a door for me. Back home in Manton, there was an opening for a high school science position, and I just was excited to come back home. I couldn't really pass that one up. And attached to that high school science position was also the opportunity to coach varsity volleyball again back in Manton.
And how many years ago was that? When did you come back to Manton?
I came back to Manton in 2010.
Okay.
I coached for a couple years. My daughter had some health issues, so I took a couple years off, and I've been back at it for about the last 6 years.
Now, did you take over right from your dad?
I didn't. So my dad was the varsity coach for 30-some years, and he retired. There were a couple coaches in between him and I when I got to take over.
But that still has to be a thrill to go back and get the same position that your dad had for so long.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a point of pride for both, I think, me and him a little bit.
I know he's proud of it. So let's go through your team that you have this year. Give us some of the characteristics of your team. How many? Are they young? Are they experienced? Hard-working group? Just tell us about the group you have this year.
Yeah, it's a really fun group. Last year I didn't graduate any seniors, so we have a lot of returning players. I do have 7 seniors on the team this year, and 2 juniors, a sophomore and a freshman. So we are diverse there, but heavy in experience. And they are a very smart group of girls, academic all-state every year. And you can see it translated on the court. They're really fun to watch them dissect plays and pick apart defenses. They're funny, and they just seem to enjoy playing. It looks like it's a game, not a job. And so that makes, I think, my job a lot easier when the atmosphere is like that.
I haven't personally gotten out to a game, even though I'm going to, but I do follow you in the paper. It sounds like your team's doing really well so far this year. So give us a little background on that. How's your season going so far?
Yeah, they are off to a great start. We've got a record of 28-2, and they've got some high goals for setting some records for number of school wins, and personal goals like that, individual goals. And right now they're tied the top of the conference. So
with Beale City.
With Beale City, yep.
So let's look at long-range goals for the season. You're about a month out from the district tournament, and just from what you said about the conference, I would think that the girls are looking for a second to improve upon their second-place finish of a year ago in the conference. And then tournament-wise, you were district champions last year. So I got to believe, of course, you're going for another one, and maybe the goal is even to go further in the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the girls have a little chip on their shoulder for not for coming in second last year in conference, and they're very determined to put up a good fight for that first place finish. And with the districts, last year's district championship was our first in 20-some years, 21 years. So it was really neat to be a part of, the one 20-some years ago as a player and then as a coach to come back and watch the girls do it. I think it was an even prouder moment for me. And a lot of the teams in our district are conference teams, so we will get a pretty good look at everybody as far as that goes.
So who are you looking at as your main competition? Who from the conferences in the district?
We've got McBain and Lake City will play in the round just before us, and on the other side of the bracket, Pine River will play Everett, and so we'll play the winner of McBain Lake City, and then go from there.
5 conference teams in the district? Nobody outside the conference?
Let's see.
I know I'm kind of testing your memory here.
If I had the bracket in front of me. But yeah, I know NMC and Beale are not in our district. Who haven't I mentioned? That might be all of them. Yeah, that's everybody.
Okay. Well, we certainly wish you the best as the season progresses, and want to thank you for stopping in and talking to us. We're only about a minute here from the second half, so we got to get things ready to roll, but we wish you the best, and thanks for coming in and talking to us.
It was really nice seeing you again, Mr. Swanson. Thank you.
You too. Thank you. That was the Manton High School volleyball coach, Nikki Helsel, stopping in to talk to us. Has her team headed in the right direction this year, and they are poised to maybe take a Highland Conference championship. As she just said, they're tied with Peel City for first place in the conference. What they do is play everybody twice in the conference. It used to be that there was a conference tournament, but that has been pushed by the wayside. So right now, the Highland Conference winner, champion, is determined by a regular season in the volleyball matchups where you take on each opponent 2 times. And then November 6th, the district championship coming up, and that is being held in McBain this year. And we certainly wish the volleyball team the best as they work toward the last month of their season. So we're ready to get the second half rolling here in McBain, or I should say against McBain in Manton tonight. And to start the second half, the Rangers are going to be kicking off to the Ramblers. McBain leads it 38-0 as we get into
the Rangers,
the
number
second half.
77, Walker Herrick. Back to receive for the Ramblers,
Walker
number
Herrick
34,
will be
Daniel
kicking
Rosenbaum.
for the Rangers. He has
And
been
number
doing
22,
kickoff
Keith
duties
McGillis.
the last few weeks, but also called into punt duty tonight when Jacob Hahn was injured. The last couple of punts, Walker Herrick handled those. So here we go, second half. Kick is away. Taken by the Ramblers at about the 5. It went through the hands. It would have been the 5, but that is a touchback as the ball went through the end zone. McBain will start the second half. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Touchback for the
Rangers
Ramblers.
just have not been able to stop McBain after their first possession. The Rangers forced McBain 3 and out, very first possession tonight, but since then, McBain has scored 6 straight consecutive touchdowns. So here we go, Ramblers ready to put it in play. Here's the snap, full house backfield. Handoff off right tackle. A short gain on the
Number
play.
8 on the carry, number
Pickup of about 3
8 on the carry, Justin
up
Gilsey.
to the 23-yard line. And right at the end of the play, a flag came in, and we got a face mask call against the Rangers. So that will cost the Rangers 15, and does give the Ramblers a first down. The ball set at the 36-yard line of McBain after the gain of 1, or gain of 1.
First down.
So Ramblers, 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Taking their time in the huddle. We are in a running clock situation with the point differential 35 or more, which is the MHSAA rule. Here's a snap on the ground. Deacon Dottie, the quarterback, didn't quite get the handle on that one. And actually pretty lucky to get the ball back. But he did. And
lost of 2 on the play.
Loss of 2.
2nd and 12 for the Rangers.
On the play for the Ramblers.
Ramblers.
So Manton had a chance there if they could have come up with that loose ball, but the Ramblers recover. They have a 2nd down. Again, just taking their time. I think we will see the Ramblers take their time this whole entire second half, leading it 38-0. Tight formation, full house backfield, 1 receiver split wide to the right. Deacon Dottie, the quarterback, under center. Handoff. And caught in the backfield. A loss of a yard on the play.
Brought down by number 7, Tristan Siddle.
Now third down and 12 for
No gain on the play, brings up third and 12 for the Ramblers.
Still a little rain coming down here tonight in Manton, as it appears to be all over northern Michigan. You can see it in the lights. And just a nice breeze, not a real stiff wind, but a nice breeze. Handoff to number 8, trying to get around the right end.
Number 8,
and really nowhere to go. Justin Gildy on the carry. But the Rangers were there to put a stop to that one
Jacob Rupert.
after a gain of 2 yards.
Gain will come on the play. They'll bring up
Bain has a 4th and 11 and
for the Ramblers.
for the second time tonight, we'll have to punt it away. At least being in punt formation.
It probably is.
Yeah, there's some other kids in there, like 16 year and the other kid.
They're not getting it.
Everyone up right now, but now
We're
moving back in punt formation. Here's the snap, kick is away. And taken by Regneris at the 35, looking for some running room, back to the 40. Now cutting across the field, back to the 35, trying to look for some running room, but brought down at about the 36.
Returned by number 5, Cole Regneris.
So as he tried to make a little bit more yardage, had to go backwards and try and get around the defender, but caught back at the 36. So Manton will take over their first possession of the second half with the ball at their own 36-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rangers, ball on the 37-yard line.
They come out in the spread formation.
I think, yeah, Lonnie did.
Also in the shotgun.
There should be a Moses.
Here's a snap, hands off straight up the middle to Jacob Rupert. Tries to sidestep a defender to the left.
Hand off to number 6,
and
Jacob
got
Rupert.
back to the line of scrimmage, but that was it.
Brought down by number
Nowhere to
62.
go. That will bring up a
Lucas
second down and 10 for the Rangers. 4 minutes into the third quarter here at the Manton Athletic Complex. 38-0, McBain on top. Rangers come out in a spread formation.
Yeah, 74, I think, yeah, that's good.
3 receivers wide left. Also with the snap, rolling to his right. He's got the option, keeps it himself. Gets to the right sideline and knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Lane Helsel, carry on the right side.
And
Brought down by number
close
16.
to first down yardage. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to spot it at about the 47, which is going to be just short of the first down.
Official timeout.
Although the referee now is going to take a timeout, and they may in fact take a measurement, which they will, on the first down yardage. So the chain gang coming in from the far sideline, and we'll check this one out.
They just took George Brown out.
Clock is stopped, 7:15 left to go here in the third quarter. We are in a running clock situation before the officials timeout. Clock is stopped. Now pulling the chain tight, and it is just a little short, about the length of the football, short of the first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1
So
for the
the Rangers
Rangers.
will have it 2nd and just a foot to go for the first down. Following the 9-yard gain and getting the yard marker set on the far side. Here in the third quarter, Rangers going from left to right down in front of us. McBain, therefore, going from right to left. We're ready to go. Here's the snap. Elsa with the ball. Keeps it himself off left tackle. Looking for some running room. Trying to get outside. And brought down just barely by Trevor Bode.
17, Trevor Bode.
Well, if he got by that one as a first down, for sure. But run down right at that line of scrimmage. And it's going to be 3rd and, or I should say 4th and a foot to go. Well, now they changed it back to 3rd. Now 4th. Trying to make up their mind there on the down box. But it is 4th and a foot. Ball is at the 47-yard line of the Rangers. And they break out of the huddle. They will be going for it. Nelson in the shotgun. Spread formation. And we get a penalty.
Penalty on the play.
Called from the back judge, and it is a delay of game against the Rangers. So instead of 4th and 1, it'll be 4th and 6 following the penalty. Just did not get out of the huddle and up to the play fast enough.
Rangers ball spotted at the 42-yard line.
That certainly makes a big difference on this 4th down play. Halfway through the third quarter now, under 6 minutes left to go in the third.
Adjust to the short side.
Rangers break out of it. Still in formation to go for the 4th down. Here's the snap to Helsel, and the play is stopped dead as Coach Saline took a timeout right before the snap. So, Rangers have a timeout. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Are you in the mood for amazing food at a reasonable price? Well, look no further than 308 Pub and Grill in Manton. It all kicks off on Tuesday with wings for just 50 cents traditional and 65 cent boneless. Wednesday is burger baskets for $4.99, and Thursday is dollar taco night. Friday is steak night and starts at $9.99. The local 308 has comedy night the last Saturday of every month with no cover, so enjoy the laughs on us. Sunday, get 2 of our signature wood-fired pizzas for just $18, dine-in only. The local 308 is a proud supporter of the Manton Rangers and major supporter of Local First.
What do you want him in for? Who's he in for?
Welcome back, everyone. Rick Swanson from tonight. The Manton Rangers hosting the McBain Ramblers. And following the Ranger timeout, Manton ready to put it back in play. 4th and 6 on their own side of the field. Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle to Rupert. Sidesteps one defender. And then he's caught back at the 40-yard line.
And number 6, David Rupert.
A penalty flag.
Penalty flag fly.
And now, clearly after the play was over, another penalty flag comes out. We have a holding call against the Rangers, which was the first flag. And that one is declined. That being a 4th down play, it will turn the ball over on downs to McBain. So the Ramblers will get the ball for the second time here in the second half. But the second penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct will move the ball down deep into Ranger territory at the 25, and that is where the Ramblers will put the ball in play. So McBain, with fantastic field position,
You're 12, okay.
only 25 yards away
for the
from
Ramblers. Ball placed on the 25-yard line.
the end zone.
You have 11, you're fine.
From the start of the end of the first quarter through the second quarter, McBain scored on every possession. McBain was held the first possession here the second half. Now they have for the second time. Dottie's handoff to
number 7 around the left side. Austin Ealing brought down
trying to get
number
around
4,
the left
Wayne Helsel.
stopped at about the line of scrimmage, maybe on the loss
Loss
of
of 1 on the play
one
brings
on
up
the play.
2nd and 11 for the Ramblers.
Second down and 11
Numbers-wise?
for the Ramblers
Oh, I
from
was telling you,
the Ranger
we're fine.
26-yard line.
Is he putting it on?
He's putting it on Parker.
Again, Ramblers just taking their time, letting the clock run. We're down to 4:30 left to go here in the third quarter. Full house backfield, Dottie under center, takes a snap, hands off to number 8, off right tackle. That is Justin
And
Gilby.
number 8, Justin Gilby off the right
Pick
side.
up about 5
Brought
on the
down
running
by
play.
number 77, Walker Herrick.
3rd and about 6 for the Ramblers. Rain continuing to come down. It's,
ball on the 21-yard line.
can't be real pleasant down there on the field tonight. with the conditions. But football season, you take what's there. Ramblers 3rd and 6. Certainly 4-down territory at this spot on the field.
No, Dylan has to stay.
Deacon Dottie at quarterback. Hands off to number 7, Austin Ealing. He comes off the left
Number
tackle.
7, Austin Ealing
Inside
off the
the
left
20-yard
side,
line to
brought
about
down by number 3.
Short gain on the play. We'll give him a gain of 2. It will be 4th and 3 for the Ramblers. McBain. Obviously going for it at this spot on the field. Dottie under center, a full complement of running backs behind it. 1 wide receiver split wide to the right. Takes the snap. It's on the ground. And it really doesn't matter who recovered because that was 4th down, and it's going to go over to the Rangers no matter what.
Dottie.
McBain did
recover.
The Rangers have ball as
1st and 10 on the
McBain
19-yard
cannot
line.
get the first down. The Rangers hold, and they will have a first down on their own 20-yard line. 38-0. The McBain Ramblers on top of the Manton Rangers. 2:30 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Rangers spread formation, Helselin, shotgun. Helsel takes a snap, quick pass out the left. Caleb Moore's got it. 30-yard line, and a pickup of ball.
Number 4,
on the pass play to
number 1,
Caleb Moore will give the Rangers a first down.
What in the heck just happened?
Just outside
Rangers on their first down for the Manton Rangers.
They just brought all their twos in.
Rangers would certainly like to get on the board here. They were held scoreless last week down in Beale City, and certainly don't want to be shut out 2 weeks in a row. So you can put a drive together here in the 3rd quarter. Helsel in the shotgun. Hand off to Rupert up the middle. Sidesteps the defender. Spins out across the 35-yard line.
Number 6, Jacob Rupert.
Gain of 6 on the
Brought
running
down by
play.
number 51.
Good yardage on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Gain of 6 on the play, brings up 2nd and 4 for the Rangers.
1:20 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Time going by pretty quickly with the running clock situation that we have, which we also had last week in Beale City. And in the second half, each team only had the ball 2 times last week in that second half. Helsel with the snap, looking out to his right. He's got a completion to Regneris, but well defended.
Number 4, Lane Helsel's pass complete.
Able to get about 4 yards on the pass play.
Brought down by number 16,
And
Joshua Hart.
it looks like it's going to be just short of the first down. Very close.
Gain of 4 on the play,
This
brings
might
up
be
3rd and 1 for the Rangers.
Another measurement situation.
I don't think so.
We'll see what referee wants to go with here. It is 3rd down and not even the length of the football. So here we go. Ball at the 40-yard line, 3rd and inches. Here's a snap, handoff. No, fake the handoff. Helsel has it from his quarterback spot, trying to get that
Number
first
4,
down.
Lane Helsen on the quarterback keeper.
It looks like he
Brought
might have
down by
got
number
just
51, Derek
for
Camphouse.
that first down.
You should be
No
good.
gain on the play.
You got first
It
down,
is a
first
gain
down.
of 1. It was close.
Check that, first down
But Helsel
Rangers.
able to get
You
a
got the
yard,
quarter, you got the quarter.
and the Rangers have a first down on their own 40-yard line. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter here from Manton. Our 3rd quarter score, the McBain Ramblers 38, Manton Rangers nothing. Timeout on the field. We will be back for the 4th quarter in 30 seconds.
Don's Auto Clinic, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and High Point GMC Cadillac continue to grow together to serve you better. Our staffs are a group of hardworking individuals who, just like you, get the job done every day by showing the dedication and determination to teamwork. You will not find a more dedicated team making the car or truck buying experience more seamless and easy. Locally owned dealerships, proud to support all local high school sports. We're behind you all the way.
Welcome back, everyone. Rick Swanson from Manton High School tonight as the Rangers are hosting the McBain Ramblers. just getting ready to start the fourth quarter. In other Highland Conference action tonight, Lake City is at Everett. The loser of that one will have a tremendous blow to playoff hopes. Houghton Lake is at Pine River, same thing. Loser of that one, big blow to playoff hopes. And rounding out the competition, Roscommon is at Beale City tonight. Here we go, 1st and 10 for the Rangers, starting the fourth quarter from their own 40-yard line. Handoff straight up the middle, and Rupert is able to get a couple of yards.
Handoff up the middle to number 6, Jacob Rupert.
Second and
Rush down by number 11.
They're going to say his knee hit
Matthew
after a 1-yard gain, so second down and 9 for the Rangers.
The on the play brings up 2nd and 8 for the Rangers.
Again, at 38-0, we are in a running clock situation, so as the third quarter went pretty fast, our fourth quarter will probably slip right by here. Also,
Power left.
Rangers trying to get some points on the scoreboard. Elsa with the snap. Quick pass out to his left to Caleb Moore. Completed, but a loss of 5 on the play.
Oh, no, they're sending a guy.
Also, to number 1, Caleb Moore.
That one didn't fool the McBain defender, and he was right there to bring down Caleb Moore after the reception was made. So a loss of 5 will be 3rd and 15 for the Rangers with the ball now at their own 35-yard line. Helsel still at the sideline, getting the call from Coach Solani. Hustle's back into the huddle. Going to have to hustle to get this one off.
Okay, now they've got
Spread formation. Helsel takes the snap. Looking down the left sideline, lets it fly for Moore. And he's got it in McBain territory, brought down at the 35-yard line.
Pass complete to number 1, Caleb Moore.
So a 30-yard pickup on the pass play for the Rangers. Lane Helsel to Caleb Moore, and the Rangers have a first down at the McBain 35-yard line.
Did you explain to him why you want to run power there?
10 minutes left to go in this one. Manton with their second possession of the second half, trying to put some points on the scoreboard.
Right. Yeah,
Spread formation. Helsel in the shotgun. Rupert, the lone setback. Handoff to Rupert. And he breaks away from a couple tackles at the 30, at the 25, cuts it back to the center of the field, and he may go all the way at the 10, 5, touchdown! Jacob Rupert into the end zone.
Touchdown Rangers!
From 35 yards out, Rupert took it to the right, made about 15 yards, then cut it back to his left, and took it all the way, 35 yards, and the Rangers are on the board. And the Rangers will try for the extra point. Score now McBain 38, Rangers 6, as Manton will line up for a try at the 2-point conversion. Here's a snap. Helsel keeps it himself, going to his left, sidesteps defender, and he's in the end zone.
Lane Helsel with the quarterback keeper.
Lane Helsel with the 2-point conversion. Pulls Manton within 38-8, but at least it gets them on the scoreboard for the first time in 2 weeks. So with 9:43 left to go in this one, McBain 38, Manton Rangers 8. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout. Go back to Allie. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Lutke is the right combination of experience, service, knowledge, and old-fashioned honesty. By providing a full range of forestry equipment services through 3 strong divisions: Lutke Equipment, Lutke Hydraulics, and Lutke Forest Products. Lutke can offer their customers the very best service, price, and always top quality products from a company that knows the challenges that loggers face every day. They offer the top brands with a full line of steel products, Traeger grills, and a full service hydraulic and machine shop for all of your everyday needs. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Call 231-824-9505.
Kickoff for the Rangers.
Welcome back to
Back
Main
for the
Athletic
Ramblers.
Complex.
Number
Rick
34,
Swanson
Daniel
bringing you
Woodball.
Highland Conference action
And number
from
22,
Manton tonight,
Clayton
as
McGillis.
the Rangers are hosting the McBain Ramblers. I will give the Manton Ranger Band all the credit in the world. They are still here, trying to fire this crowd up, playing the instruments in the rain, and not too many other fans still in the stands tonight in pretty rough conditions. Walker Herrick teeing up the ball for the Rangers, and simply puts the ball on the ground, expecting this to go on the ground, and it does. And McBain simply took it on a knee at the 40-yard line. Eric did have a little difficulty keeping that ball on the tee with the wind that we've got, and he just laid it on the ground and booted it from there. So McBain will take over on their own 40-yard line with 9:43 left to go in this one. Stay with us after the game. We will go through a scoring recap. We'll have the statistics for our entire ball game tonight, brought to you by Forefront Credit Union, Northern Michigan's leading used vehicle lender. And we'll talk about what's up next for the Rangers. Here's a snap to quarterback Dottie. Hands off and no gain on the play. Justin Gildy, number 8, is the ball carrier. And brought down at the line of scrimmage. It will be second down and 10 from the 40. Cheerleaders also still down in front of the crowd trying to fire up the few that are here. We'll give them all the credit in the world too.
He needs a little Ric Flair.
Not many fans here on either side of the field, braving the conditions. Here in the fourth quarter, McBain going from left to right, down in front of us. Manton from right to left. Hand off this time to Austin Ealing off left tackle, and Ealing was able to pick up a couple of yards. McBain will have it third down.
Third down for the Ramblers.
They're not, of course, Ramblers not too concerned at this point, leading it by 30. I would expect them just to keep it on the ground and keep the clock moving. Also keeping the huddle for a long time before they break out of it. Back judge has the hand raised. That means we're within 5 seconds. And ball is on the ground again. Boy, the Ranger defense just crushed McBain line that time.
No, he was in the backfield and then got
and Ramblers very lucky to come up with that one. But they recovered right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be fourth down. And Ramblers are on the field in a punting situation with the ball at the 41-yard line, their own 41.
Well, it's fun. They probably didn't practice any other punt. I would imagine.
Back to receive the punt is number 5, Cole Regneris, inside the 30-yard line. Here's the snap. And the kick is away, taken at the 30-yard line by Regneris, trying to find some running room, but well covered by the Ramblers. Regneris able to return it for 7 yards before he's brought down. So, Manton will take over once again. This time the drive starting at their own 37-yard line. 7:35 left to go in this one, 38-8. McBain on top over the Manton Rangers. Helsel in the shotgun, takes a snap. Hands off, and before we can get the play underway, a penalty flag comes to line. The first down play is halted. And it is a procedure call against the Rangers. It will cost them 5 yards. It will remain first down, but now first and 15.
5-yard penalty brings up first and 15. Ball placed on the 33-yard line.
Also getting a call again from the sideline. Takes it into the huddle. Rangers break out in the spread formation. One setback is Jacob Rupert behind Helsel. Helsel in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Looking deep down the left sideline for Moore. And batted up in the air. incomplete.
Number 4, Lane Household.
Maybe another couple feet out in front of him, but Caleb had to slow up just a little bit for that one. A little bit underthrown, and McBain able to get a hand on it and knock it away. So I'll bring up 2nd and 15 for the Rangers as they go here in the 4th quarter from right to left. Spread formation, Helsel in the shotgun, takes a snap, keeps it himself, option to the right, pitches it to Rupert, and Rupert's going to be brought down for a loss of about 5 on the play.
Brought down on the play by number 24.
Defense closed in on Helsel. All he could do was pitch it, but well defended by the McBain Ramblers, and a loss of 5 results in the play. So the Rangers will have a 3rd down and 20. We have a player down on the field, so play has been stopped momentarily. One of the Manton Rangers slow to get up, and finally he does. It is number 55, Connor McGrew, coming to the sideline, but he's able to walk off under his own power. So we will get play resuming here momentarily. Noah Miles, number 65, out to take his place. 3rd and 20 from the 27-yard line. Manton Rangers with the football. 7 minutes left to go in this one. Clock running, Helsel in the shotgun, takes a snap. Looking to his right, throws it deep on the right sideline. And again, probably needed to lead him just a little bit more, intended for Caleb Moore. And underthrown just a little bit where McBain could get a hand on it and knock it away, which they do. So incomplete pass. Bring up 4th and 20 for the Rangers. Walker Herrick moving back into punt formation. Standing at about the 17. He's got the snap, kick is away, and a short one goes out of bounds in Ranger territory at the 41-yard line, where McBain will put it in play, 1st down, with 6:43 left to go in the ballgame. So the Ramblers with good field position, the ball at the Ranger 41-yard line. McBain leads it 38-8. One more week of Highland Conference action after this week, and then it's rounding out the schedule with a non-conference game in week number 9. Dottie under center, takes a snap, hands off, and nowhere to go on that one. Tristan Siddle across the line and dropped the McBain carrier for a loss on the play. Austin Ealing on the carry, a loss of 4 on the running play, and McBain has a 2nd down and 14.
Loss of 4 on the play brings up 2nd and 14 for the Ramblers.
Approaching the 6-minute mark here of the 4th quarter. We are not in the running clock situation at this point, as Manton scored and cut the deficit to less than 35 at 30. Full house. Dottie with the handoff to Ealing once again. And after a short gain of a couple, that time lead did slip out from him that time. Very seldom have we seen that tonight on a wet field, rainy conditions. But for the most part, the players have been able to keep their footing and get some traction out there. I'm not sure how, but that time it did appear to influence the run. So McBain has it 3rd and 12. Ball at the Manton 42-yard line. Full house backfield. Dottie under center, one wide receiver, split left. Handoff off right tackle. Justin Gildy, the ball carrier. And he's able to pick up about 5.
Brought down by number 50.
But McBain will have it 4th down. We'll call it 4th and 7. At about 38 of the Rangers. 38-8. McBain on top. 4:45 left to go on this one from Manton tonight. On a cold, rainy evening, but we have a few hardy souls who have stuck this one out and are still here. You might be able to hear the band and some of the students down in front. They are still here. So 4th down. We'll see if the Ranger defense can step up and get the ball back on downs. Dottie under center, and flag comes out. A delay of game against McBain, which will make their 4th down a little more difficult. It'll be 4th and about 12 where they spot it.
Play will result in
Dottie over talking to Coach Maloney, see what Coach wants to dial up here on 4th and long. Dottie back into the huddle. Clock running, 4 minutes left to go. Ramblers up to the line. They might get a delay here if they're not quick. Back judge counting off the last few seconds. There's a snap, and it's on the ground. Like to see who came up with this one. Mad scramble for the football. And the Rangers have recovered. The Rangers get the turnover on the fumble, and they will take over and have it at the 44-yard line, their own 44-yard line, following the McBain fumble.
I can't count right now.
Rangers bring it up to the line, spread formation. Nelson on the shotgun. Rides to Rupert, does not give him the ball, breaks away, and gets about 10 yards into McBain territory. Lane Helson saw an opening and took it himself up the center of the field.
51, Derek Campout.
And depending on the spot, very close to the 1st down. We'll call it a gain of 9. Second and 1. The only points here in the second half have been from the Rangers, and now in McBain territory.
Penalty on the play.
See if they can do it again. It is a procedure penalty against the Rangers before the snap. Movement will cost the Rangers 5 yards. It will be second down and 6
for the Rangers.
Following the 5-yard walk-off. Clock running, 3:10 left to go in this one.
Because what?
Rangers break out of it. Spread formation. Rupert, the lone setback to Helsel's left. Helsel with the ball. Keeps it himself right up the center of the line. Again, a little running room. And able to get back to 5 yards. Just short of that 1st down. The walk off a 5 for the penalty. Helsel basically got that back, so 3rd and short for the Rangers.
Play by number 11, Matthew Houston.
Next week, the Rangers are back on the road. Final road game of the season as they travel to take on the Houghton Lake Bobcats for the first time ever in football. Here's the snap. Helsel hand off to Rupert, trying to go off right tackle, but he's going to be dropped for a loss on the play of a couple yards back near the midfield stripe. And Manton will now have it 4th down and see if they can keep this drive alive at 4th and 4 with the ball straddling the 50-yard line. Under 2 minutes now left to go on this one.
He's done pretty close.
Spread formation. 4th and 4. Helsel with the ball. Looks quick pass to the left. Completed to Moore. and gets by a defender down the left sideline. He's going to have the first down before he goes out of bounds.
Number 4, Lane Helsel.
At the 31-yard line, so gain of 19 on the pass play from Lane Helsel to Caleb Moore. And big fourth down play. The Rangers keep it alive. See if they can put some more points on the board before this one is over. Ball at the 31, first and 10. 1:37 left to go. Ramblers lead it by 20, 38-8. Hand out to Rupert. Swinging around the right end, looking for some running room. And slips up at about the 25.
Hand off on the right side.
Gained about 6 on the running play. And that time again, he just slipped out from underneath Rupert as he lost his footing. It'll be second down and 4. Well, just inside the 25-yard line of the Ramblers.
Got a minute 10 with 2 timeouts.
With this spot on the field, you know the Rangers would like to put another one into the end zone. Helsel in the shotgun. Quick pass left, completed to Moore. Can he avoid the defender again? Yes, he can. Down to the 15, knocked out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at about the 13-yard line. So nice gain on the play of 13 on the pass play. And the Rangers have it first down at about the 12 as they mark it. 12-yard line of McBain. We're now under a minute left to go in this one. The Rangers will have a couple of shots at it. Here's a snap, hand off up the middle to Rupert, sidesteps a couple defenders, spins, he's inside the 10, brought down at about the 9.
Number 6, Jacob Rupert off the right
Clock
side.
continues to run. The Rangers do have a couple of timeouts, whether Coach Swanee wants to use them or not.
Home on the play, recovered by the Ramblers.
But unseen by me, there was a fumble on the play, and McBain has come up with the football.
All right.
So I just didn't see that one at all. As Rupert tried to gain some extra yards, he was sidestepping and spinning, and the ball was dislodged somehow, and the Ramblers come up with it. So with just 32 seconds left to go in this one, McBain will simply take a knee. Though we did have somebody jump there. Well, we may have had a timeout before that, but the right side of the McBain line did jump, and they're not going to even put it in play. That's going to wrap this one up as the last 20 seconds are going to go off the clock. So we're going to end this one here in Manton. Our final score tonight, the McBain Ramblers 38 and the Manton Rangers 8. We will be back to wrap up the scoring. We'll have final statistics for you, brought to you by Forefront Credit Union, Northern Michigan's leading used vehicle lender. And we will talk about what is up next as the Manton Rangers go into the final 2 weeks of the season. So stay with us. We will be back to wrap things up in 3 minutes.
With straightforward rewards checking from Forefront Credit Union, you get 4% rewards for doing stuff you do every day. Like logging onto your account and receiving e-statements. And you can open your account right online. It's that straightforward. Unlike someone's T-shot. Straightforward rewards from Forefront Credit Union. Are you getting 4%? 4.08% annual percentage yield. Rate subject to change. Interest paid on balance up to $15,000. Some requirements apply. Insured by NCUA.
Bostic's Drugstore in Manton is your locally owned pharmacy. You can count on Mike and his professional staff to take care of all your prescription needs with a personal hometown touch. You'll get a comprehensive medication review every time you pick up a prescription. Bostic's Drugstore accepts most insurances and administers flu and shingles shots with a prescription. They're also your home for Manton Rangers and locally made Michigan apparel, plus cards, gifts, and toys. Stop into your friendly hometown pharmacy, Bostic's Drugstore, on Main Street in Manton, or call 231-824-6465.
Cadillac Java and Java 2 is the place to be for all things delicious. Java is a specialty drive-thru coffee shop offering fresh espresso, premium coffees, frozen, iced, and blended drinks, ice cream, chai teas, and their most popular item, the frozen hot chocolate. And what goes great with amazing drinks? Flavorful treats like bagels, muffins, donuts, and more. Cadillac Java has 2 convenient locations to serve you at 725 North Mitchell Street and at 6319 East M115 in Cadillac West. Cadillac Java and Java 2. Big town gourmet taste with a small town personal feel.
Manton Athletic Boosters Club is a proud supporter of the Rangers Athletics and would like to wish the best of luck to all our fall Manton Rangers sports teams. And go Rangers!
High school students are training for the jobs of tomorrow today at the Wexford-Missaukee Career Technical Center in Cadillac. Juniors and seniors from 12 area high schools can choose from 14 career-driven programs. Free college credit is available. Visit WMISD.org and click or tap the Career Technical Education link. See all the great programs, then talk to your student's counselor. Call 876-2200. The Wexford-Missaukee Career Technical Center on 13th Street across from Baker College. Proud to serve the students of Manton High School. CTC is the place to be.
Welcome back, everyone. Rick Swanson from the Manton Athletic Complex, where the Manton Rangers have dropped one to the McBain Ramblers tonight by the score of 38-8. McBain is now with the win, 4-3 overall, 4-2 in conference play. While Manton, after 7 weeks, is still looking for that first win. They are 0-7 overall, 0-6 Highland Conference. With the win, McBain does keep playoff hopes alive. They've got 2 tough ones coming up in Buell City and Clare, but they are not out of it with a 4-3 record at this point. A recap of the scoring for you. In the first half, it was all McBain as they led at 38-0 at halftime. The first score came in the form of a 49-yard run by George Brown, who was quarterback at that point. And in the first quarter, McBain led at 6-0, and that was our first quarter score. In the second quarter, though, McBain scored 5 touchdowns. First one, a 5-yard run from Gavin Sealand. McBain led at 12-0. On the next possession, they got a 46-yard touchdown run from Daniel Rodenbaugh to lead at 18-0. On the next possession, a 53-yard run from Rodenbaugh led at 24-0, and then a 75-yard pass to Barton, and McBain led it 30-0. All of those 2-point tries failed. And then on the final possession of the first half, a 72-yard touchdown run from Gavin Sealand. This time the extra point was good, and at halftime McBain led at 38-0. The only scoring in the second half was when Manton finally got on the board, and that was a 35-yard touchdown run from Jacob Rupert, and the 2-point conversion was good. That was with 9:43 left to go in the ballgame, and that made it 38-8. And that's where we wrapped this one up and finished with McBain coming away with the win, 38-8 over the Rangers tonight. Let's pass along the final statistics. Sponsored by Forefront Credit Union, Northern Michigan's leading used vehicle lender. Much smaller numbers in the second half as compared to the first half, but McBain, let's start with the Ramblers. McBain put up 324 rushing yards in the first half, but in the second half, held to just 13 yards on 13 carries. But overall, for the entire ball game, they carried the ball 25 times for 337 yards, averaging 13 yards a carry. Only threw the ball one time all night long, but that was the 75-yard touchdown strike to Barton. For the Manton Rangers this evening, they ran the football 41 times for 208 yards, an average of 5 yards per carry. Lane Helsel in the passing category was 7 for 18 for 58 yards. Tough conditions tonight, weather-wise, for the passing game, which the Rangers like to go with. But tonight only able to come up with 58 passing yards. Overall yardage, 266 for the Rangers, and the McBain Ramblers able to top 400 yards tonight. in total offense. Difference of the game, tonight the Rangers again just could not stop the running game of the Ramblers. They were able to bite off yardage in big chunks in that first half. They had a 49-yard run, they had a 46-yard run, a 53-yard run, a 72-yard run. They just kept coming. Once they got through that line, they just didn't find anybody that was going to stop them in that Ranger defense. So all McBain tonight, and they come away with the Highland Conference win, 38-8 over the Rangers. I will pick out one drive. The Ranger drive of the game was the scoring drive in the second half. The Rangers put together 8 plays and covered 80 yards to get the touchdown from Jacob Rupert on a 35-yard run. That drive started, as I said, on their own 20-yard line. So they went 80 yards in 8 plays to get a touchdown on the board. First points on the board for the Rangers in 2 weeks after being shut out last week by Beale City. Well, looking ahead to next week, the Rangers hit the road for the last time this season, traveling to Houghton Lake to take on the Bobcats, and that will be the first time Manton and Houghton Lake have ever met on the football field. That's Friday night, October 18th, Manton and Houghton Lake in Houghton Lake. Kickoff is set for 7 o'clock, and I will be there once again with the pregame at about 6:45. So spread the word that the last couple Manton games this season will be streamed on the internet if people aren't aware of it. If they ask about it, using phones, iPads, or computers, they can go to 1071thedrive.com and find Manton Ranger football. We wish to thank again our sponsors of the Manton Rangers this season. They are Lucky Forest Products of Manton, Cadillac Java and Java 2, Bostic's Drug Store in downtown Manton, Don's Auto Clinic, High Point Cadillac GMC, Manton Booster Club, the Western Misaki Career Tech Center, the 308 Pub and Grill in downtown Manton, and Forefront Credit Union. If you get the chance, please express your appreciation of their support. And if you would like to jump on board and help sponsor these last 2 games of the Manton Rangers, we'd love to have you do so. Please call 231-876-1079 for information on how you can also be a sponsor of local high school sports. 231-876-1079 to become a sponsor. Well, that's going to do it from the Manton Athletic Complex this evening. This is Rick Swanson, and back in the studio control room, Allie DeClaire, who's been working really hard to keep us running smoothly all evening. Thanking you for joining us, and hoping you'll tune in next Friday when the Manton Rangers travel to Houghton Lake for the last road game and last Highland Conference game of the 2019 season. Once again, the final score tonight, the McBain Ramblers 38 and the Manton Rangers 8.
This stream of Manton Rangers football on 1071thedrive.com has been sponsored by Lucky Forest Products, Cadillac Java and Java 2, Forefront Credit Union, the Wexford Misaki Career Technical Center, Bostic's Drug Store, Don's Auto Clinic and High Point Cadillac GMC, and the Manton Booster Club. The Manton Rangers play on 1071thedrive.com.